Welcome to the Board Game Snobs podcast. Critically harsh reviews with a touch of class.
Okay, go.
And welcome to the annual BGG Spring podcast, because we're coming at you live. We are live from our hotel in the Hyatt Hotel.
Can you be live and recorded?
Yes.
Okay.
Technically, we're live.
We are alive.
We are alive.
We're not dead.
We're live at the event. The event is live.
Okay.
The event is going on. What you're hearing now, people, through your electronic devices, has been pre-recorded. But the actual podcast is taking place during a live event at BGG Spring, which we're here with Gaby. Gaby's here. Bubba's here. Mike is here.
Hey.
Jerry's here. And that's it.
Enrique's off mic.
What are we talking about? I just got here.
I brought the wrong cord. My bad.
You had 4 mics, not 5.
5 mics.
That's
I had
fine.
5 mics, wrong cord.
Wait a minute. You didn't bring a cord for me?
No, you get...
No, you got rejected.
Okay. Moving on.
Moving on. That's the worst intro we've done. Everybody expects this podcast to be special and for it to be upbeat and to be high-powered function, high energy.
How do you fabricate an upbeat sound?
Volume and excitement.
Excitement.
Okay.
Bubba, give us some excitement.
Well, fellas, here's my best excitement. We're in a hotel room with 5 guys. So you can imagine how that is. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bottles of alcohol.
Yes.
We have many board games. We have been sleep deprived. I have just gotten back from a long drive, and we are talking about board games that we enjoy playing and that we played at times all night long until 11 or 12 o'clock. I think that is pretty exciting.
Fun fact.
All night long.
Fun fact. Did you know that bourbon apparently interacts with flasks and can change the bourbon to a darker color?
Stainless steel.
Stainless steel.
Good.
Did not know that.
Did not know that.
No,
So
we know
for-
it now.
For all you...
Not that we have flasks.
Yes, we do.
Or need it.
Because flags are alcoholics.
No.
Alcoholic card.
No,
Wait,
it's-
what?
Buy
No.
glass.
Dare you.
Buy glass.
Buy glass.
But I bought me one on Amazon the other day.
Can you
Was it
buy a
glass?
glass flask?
Yes, you can buy glass flask.
Well, that seems
That's
dangerous.
classy.
It's called a fifth, and you just take the label off.
Mike with the first good joke of the
That was a
day.
good one. That was a good one.
Wait a
Bravo,
minute.
sir.
I'm going to write that down.
You should write that down. You should write that down.
Life pro tip from Board Games.
That's right.
So when we first got here,
Wait a minute. I like McKellen 12 Scotch. That was really good.
you're welcome. Thanks for
McKellen-
drinking it
McKellen
all.
12 is
I
always
drank
good.
half of it.
Oh, no, it's my Maker's Mark that's all gone.
Your
No.
Maker's Mark I finished off.
your
But
best.
your McKellen 12 was awesome.
McKellen, so Mike introduced me to this. Actually, Bubba bought him a year ago.
Yeah.
Mike had it on the shelf before he became a hard liquor drinker, apparently. And then now we revisited it, and it's my new favorite Scotch of all time.
I still like Glenmorangie, but
Gets you where you need to go.
This is good.
Get you where you need to go.
Good.
Okay, so we showed up Friday. I don't have what y'all did before we got here Friday.
Secret stuff.
Okay, so when we got here Friday, I'm going to just list off what we played Friday. And we're not going to discuss all these right now. I'm just going to list it off, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
Carpe Diem.
Yes.
How about a quick yes, no?
Yes.
Did you like it?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Stefan Feld, Carpe Diem? Nuh-uh.
Gizmos. Bubba?
Medium.
Jerry?
Medium rare.
Mike?
Medium.
Oh, I kind of like it. Lowlands?
Okay, now.
Bubba?
Wait.
Why are we going to stop?
Wait.
Go.
Wait.
Qualifications on that
There's
one.
caveats, as some people like to say.
No.
As you
No.
all know, we all like to have fun here. Lowlands was
Foliage.
very, very... What's the opposite of unintuitive? Intuitive. It's like not
intuitive?
convoluted.
Convoluted? I
It wasn't
know.
convoluted. It just didn't have the no.
It wasn't seamless.
Yeah, it
was not-
lacked flow.
Wouldn't seem
It did. It lacked flow.
Yes.
Needless to say, Lowlands. I'm gonna have to give it another shot.
I think Lowlands.
Wait. I'm sorry, Bubba. Go ahead. No.
I think Lowlands was a game that that wasn't as seamless as it should be. But I also think, just to give it a fair shake, it hit us at a low time. We were a little bit low energy by that time we started playing it. So
Yes.
there you go.
There you go.
You have to be ready for it.
So, but no, Jerry says he'll give it another shot. Would you? Because you were very done with it.
I was tired.
So you're not so cranky now?
I was tired. I was cranky. My blood sugar was low. And it was not the person who had read the instructions, taught the game, and then left.
Who was that?
That was Bubba. That was not his fault.
That was me, yes.
That was not his fault. But then the rest of the game was just sheer frustration about...
Me and Mike were good.
Oh, yeah. Y'all having a fun time.
We were.
Building dams and...
Dikes.
It was
dikes.
Dikes, yeah.
There's a difference between a
Performing
dam and a dike. I did
eulogies?
not know that. Huh? What?
Performing eulogies for our dead sheep?
That's not... No, look.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
none of my
stole that.
sheep drowned.
I stole that.
No.
Rick
Yes.
was there. Is that what happened?
Like,
All right, so anyway,
flooded all the sheeps and
Oh.
died.
all the sheeps.
I'm pro sheep.
Stylish ships.
Sometimes.
Trade on the Tigris.
No. No.
Reef. Oh, that was me and Mike. Reef.
I told
Mike.
you.
Pass.
I told you.
Be quiet. Mike.
Told you.
I'm going to pass on that one.
Jerry,
Okay,
I mean,
if
it
you
would be
want-
good for like 5,
Super beginner.
6-year-old
Yeah.
kid.
Oh, no.
If you want something
That's sad.
easier than Splendor, Reef.
Does it get any easier than Splendor?
Reef.
Apparently.
Reef. Planet. Me and Mike.
I'm going to go yes on that one. And I wouldn't
kinda
buy
like a
it,
strategy,
but
yeah.
if somebody
Top
had
5
it, I would
planets,
definitely
go.
play it.
Earth. Number 1.
Number
Mine.
about.
My planet.
Number 2, obviously Uranus.
Number 3. It's pronounced Uranus.
Oh.
Number 3.
I can't talk
Pluto.
Uranus.
My favorite.
Pluto is not a planet.
It
It's
is
a-
too.
It does
They
not
reinstituted it.
No,
It's
no.
a wandering.
They
It
reinstituted
is
it.
not.
What does Neil deGrasse say?
Neil deGrasse doesn't matter.
Oh,
Pluto does not clear its orbit of debris, thus it's just a trans-Newtonian object.
tell that to the Plutonians.
If Pluto's a planet, Makemake's a planet, there's bunches of there's like 12 planets in the system if Pluto's a planet.
Isn't Pluto like just a moon without a planet?
Yes, basically it's what it is.
That's all
It's a
it is.
detached moon.
It's a moon without
That's
a planet.
not a
Pretty
moon.
insightful, Enrique. Pretty
Not even a
insightful.
planet.
It's pretty sad when I have to have Enrique come in. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. That was Friday. We're doing this because me and Mike are leaving today. Jerry and Enrique.
I just want to say that makes me very sad.
I know it does.
Everything makes you sad.
Fortunately, you have our new best friend,
Who's our new best friend? Chris?
Christopher.
Christopher, yes. Christopher.
We had it's just
Our first fan meetup.
We had a fan. This was the 2019 Board Game Snobs meetup, and we
Yes.
didn't even know it.
Of one.
Of one.
And we will take it.
1.5 because his
Working
kid.
better.
His kid was
Yeah,
a fan.
Finn. Finn was good too.
I met
Yeah, I
him
like Finn.
once.
Finnegan?
Finnegan.
Like Finnegan.
It was kind of disconcerting when somebody comes by and says, "Hey, I like your podcast," and I looked like, "What are you talking
It's
about?
like, who has a podcast?
Who's the podcast here?"
hold
We
on.
played brass with him. That was
Yes.
the best.
You left
Who won that one?
Somebody else.
Who won that one?
Not me.
Who won brass?
Yeah.
Pretty sure I did.
Oh, no. No.
That is
we don't know you
incorrect,
really.
sir. You forget my railway iron strategy?
The iron.
I'll say this. I should have won, but it's okay that I didn't. But
interesting.
I will acknowledge the fact that I was not successful in that game. But I think that is one of the best games I've played so far, and I liked it.
Mike, what do you think about your first BGG? Even
is
though
your
this
first
is the BGG
First
Spring.
one. Yeah, I liked it.
You're coming in
First.
You're coming in November, right?
First of a long line. Oh, yeah.
Did you buy him a ticket?
I don't know,
Can't remember.
but I'll have to find you one. But you
Find
can have
me one?
Enrique.
Oh, I won't be here in November, right?
Enrique, you want to
I
fight
don't
over
think
it?
so.
That's what it is. I was like, I'm not coming.
It's time for
That's
me to
cold.
take
Yes,
Hey,
I will not be
can
here.
we
my sword and
we
hammer.
separate these rooms? Enrique's a cuddler.
Now let's not air out our personal differences on here. I will say
Getting a little
this:
too deep.
I have had trouble sleeping the past several nights because 2 out of the 5 people in this room have sleep apnea and require some sort of continuous positive pressure device to keep breathing.
Who are those two
But
people?
despite all that, and the many years of your life that you're losing because of your chronic illness, I still love you and I will put up with it. But I don't want to ever have to sleep in another room with you. Ever
Which
again.
two
But
people?
That's okay.
Which two people?
Which 2 people?
Yeah.
Well, it ain't you.
Okay, thank you.
You stay up all night in code.
It's not me, is it?
It's not you.
Okay.
Although I found it disturbing. All right, I don't tell a story. Well, since we're airing out personal things, Enrique slept in a hotel bed, and then the next night, when people got in said bed, they found a Kit Kat
Brown
bar.
matter. No.
Kit Kat bar.
It was brown matter. It was just, determined. We're assuming and hoping.
It was just a smudge of brown.
I want to bring this up. Who gets up in the middle of the night, eats one Kit Kat bar, and thinks to himself, I'll save this Kit Kat bar. Where shall I put it? Next to me? In the bed? Exactly.
That's disturbing on many levels.
That's disturbing.
If you can't make it through the night without nibbling on a Kit Kat bar.
I got it downstairs while I was getting a drink. I wanted a Kit Kat.
But it is a Kit Kat bar in his defense.
And then
It is a Kit
immediately
Kat bar.
deny it.
Yeah, it's a Kit Kat
Wasn't
bar.
me.
I want to address the game that has been on everybody's wish list since last year when it first came out,
Yes.
Wingspan.
Can we? Are we still making the noises?
Okay, everybody's making about what?
The bird noise.
No, I look.
You have to make bird noises.
No,
I'm not
we're
making
gonna
bird
make
noises.
Okay.
Not making bird noises.
What kind of math does an owl do? Algebra.
Okay, thank you for that. There was a.
Algebra.
Why would you embarrass yourself?
Why did you have to?
Hey, wait. I didn't. Y'all must not have heard me.
I was laughing deep.
Hey, I had to go
inside.
into many deep threads to find that one.
Okay, yeah. Wingspan is the game by Stonemeyer Games. That is a very important game in the industry right now. And it should be. And I'm going to get on my soapbox here in a moment. Okay. It is nominated for the Spiel something. Is it the Kinter Spiel? Or is
I
it,
don't know.
or it's
Spiel
one of
des
the one of the Spiel des Jahres.
I think it's just the regular.
It may be just the regular, but it's nominated, and that's very important for a board game in this day and age. It is a card game
Yes.
that has a very nice production. And it is all about playing cards, managing limited resources, and then comboing those cards to get more cards, more points, etc., etc.
The instruction manual is very pleasurable to the touch.
It is. It has the paper to it.
It is very
It's that
nice.
parchment paper. It is nice.
Why are you
It's nice.
laughing?
It is very nice.
Out of all things, well, at first I thought he was saying something else, and I was like, "Oh." Then he's like, "Oh, the paper." I was like, "Oh, okay."
It is.
The paper is very nice.
I love touching that manual.
Paper was very nice.
All right, go ahead about Wingspan.
Wingspan has
Why is it so
it
important?
has an excellent production value.
Excellent. Anybody?
A nice production value. And also, it's very intuitive to learn. Matter of fact, Enrique learnt it on his own.
And did terribly.
He
Shocking.
came in second, playing it by himself.
Oh, really?
Not by himself. He was playing it without the other snobs there.
Without the other people, he not our group, other group.
not intentional.
Yeah,
Played a solo game, came in second.
yeah.
Oh, hang on a minute. I gotta get this.
We got to
got
restock.
you.
That's the problem. We got to restock.
Get this Cava de Oro. Get my tequila.
Do you really want to pause?
No, keep
No.
it going.
Okay, go.
So in Wingspan, the production value is overdone. There's little bird eggs that are very nice. The cards have. That's my ice bag for my tequila. If you can hear that, there is descriptions of information of the various types of birds, the numerous birds that are on the cards. And essentially, during your turn, there's a little player board, and it describes exactly what your actions are. Are you going to get a card? Are your birds going to lay eggs? Are you going to place a card? Where are you going to get resources? There's a little birdhouse. There's a little birdhouse that is utilized as the dice tower.
Who?
As the dice tower. Yeah, it's nice. It's a thing.
I found the birdhouse very fiddly and unnecessary.
Well, it's
That's
just
like my least, well, not my least favorite thing, but I didn't like
the
that.
game looks nice.
Because you had to nearly pour them in there one at a time.
Okay, that's because of your
Just give us a tray,
fingers
make it
are
a
very-
nest. They should have made a nest and toss all your dice in there at once.
Entire hand is
A nest?
humongous.
Yes.
That's a good idea, actually. Is that mine?
Yes, thank you.
Don't birds crap in nest?
It would have been better than what?
Do they? Do
think they
birds
do.
defecate in their own nest?
I think so.
No.
I think by design.
They do
No.
that in other.
Nah, they rub it on there or
no,
something.
no.
They don't use toilet paper.
Be rubbing it on there.
I'm just saying, when they go to the nest, they rub it on them.
What does that have to do with what we're talking
I
about?
don't know. I think
What does that have to?
We're talking about a bird game.
Top 5 birds. Painted bunting. Wood duck.
Golden eagle.
Go. Oh, yes.
Golden eagle.
Golden eagle.
Golden
Well, I've never
Amazing.
seen a golden
Have
eagle.
you never seen a golden
Is
eagle?
it golden?
Kinda.
Yeah.
an eagle.
Yes.
It's huge.
Number one bird is the cardinal. Beautiful.
No.
Red.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yes.
Were y'all paying that much attention to the actual names on the birds?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
Yes.
I was just playing the game.
You know
There's
exactly
several.
what, because some birds score you like red-headed
Oh, that's true.
woodpeckers.
That's true.
Score you more points than others.
True.
So
some birds have interesting names.
So this game is a STEM game by design. It's a nice family game.
Oh, wait, what?
STEM game. STEM. Like, like
Science, technology, engineering, math. Is that what it is?
something
I've
like
never
that.
heard that
Oh,
right.
it's because you're not in STEM.
Look at
Is truck
STEM.
driving in STEM?
No.
Is it technology?
How
I
dare
think
you.
it's science, technology,
dare you talk down to
engineering,
me.
and
I'm
math.
not talking down
You're
to you.
so
I
condescending.
asked you a question.
You know it is not. You know. Science. There's a lot of science in a big truck.
There is a lot of
in
science
big
in big
Technology. There's
big
technology.
Geometry,
What's
trigonometry,
the E?
engineering.
Somebody's got to engineer that rascal.
That's true.
What's the M?
Mechanical?
medical.
No, I think mechanical.
No,
Mechanics.
it's mechanical.
Mechanic.
Math.
I'll work on it.
Math. It's math.
Is it math?
We're gonna have to cut this because it's
No
all
mileage.
science.
No mileage.
No, this is.
Anyways,
I'm out.
take
I'm
math.
out on STEM.
You gotta go.
Anyways, it's an important game
Gotta
because
edit
it's,
my hours
it's a
in my
nice.
logbook.
It's a nice family game.
It is.
I'm not. It's way overhyped. It is incredibly overhyped. It is not something that I think that
It's
is-
worth it if you can find it for cheap.
Nope.
Cheap.
The
I
so
just got
at
that.
this very convention, it was being sold for $80 at the flea market.
I kind of thought that was kind of wrong.
But no, people are buying it.
And the
People
tables.
are buying it.
Describe
I mean,
the
you
tables. I mean, there you go.
Oh, they're packed.
Yeah, packed. Like you cannot sit down to play this game. It's like completely out. People,
Like, I mean,
people were
birds of a
coming
feather.
by and watching us as we were playing it, wanting to play it. So it's super, super overhyped.
Is a penguin a bird?
What?
Yes. Penguin is a bird.
How come it's not in there?
It's a flightless bird.
It's a flightless
I didn't
bird.
see it in there. I didn't check.
They should have put a penguin.
Well,
in there.
because you're building an
And they
aviary.
don't have eggs.
to make that. Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do.
Penguins do have eggs.
about.
I was like, don't they have live
Did
chicks?
you listen to?
My bad.
Did you listen to
Happy feet, bro.
Happy
The
Feet?
ostrich
Samuel L. Jackson, The March of the Penguins?
was.
What?
No, I guess I should have.
That is wrong.
What?
Morgan Freeman.
I'm sorry.
See?
That was a completely different.
Blankety blank penguins.
Different birds, different
know,
people.
I
see
would go
one
and
more
watch-
snake,
I would go and
monkey
watch
loving
that.
snake.
I would go and watch March of the Penguins with Samuel L. Jackson.
Yo, hey, penguin. What are you doing?
It shafted up.
Yeah.
But
That's funny.
it's overhyped, and I don't want to buy it. I don't have any need
Be
for
careful
it.
how you bang in on stuff.
I'm sorry. That's the. I see no need to buy
He's
Wingspan
drinking. So
for
he's gonna
our
bang
for
a
our
lot.
collection. It's nice. There are some problems that I had with it. One problem,
The big problem.
the big problem that really drags the game down.
Damn, don't point so hard at me.
On the cards, there are certain cards that activate every time you activate a certain action. Some cards benefit other people at the table. Enrique had comboed his cards so much that every time he did the action, we all had to stop the game and collect various resources. He did this 3 out of 5 times during that round. We had so many resources, we did not need them. It completely halted the game. I had a card that every time I did
Bogs
this
it down.
action, I had to say, oh, by the way, everybody get a card.
I had a worm.
don't like.
I got the worm. Everybody had to get a worm.
Everybody had to get a card.
I don't like.
Everybody got a worm.
It was like every time
And it was green.
Bubba did an action. Everybody get a
Gotta
worm.
get a worm.
I get a worm.
I don't like extra actions that stop or slow down a game.
I don't either. And this game halts when somebody utilizes their cards in that way. I also think that the game is important though for several reasons. One, it is a STEM game. It is something that is different. Nobody has done this type of game before in the past. Two, it's a female designer. And that is important because how many female designers do we see that are very prolific in the board game industry?
Nah, none.
Not that many.
Who? Well, you say not that many. Who is prolific?
I see. Here's the hypocrisy of this. I played Wingspan. I always note the designer's name. I noted her name. I don't even remember it.
Oh, wow.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. We've got to. Get your phone and Google that for me.
Yeah, I wasn't going to tell anybody. I was just going to
No,
do it.
you
and
got to
then say
Google it. You got to Google it.
I got it right
You got it
here.
right?
Well, keep talking though.
The point is that I think that it's important because we have an industry that is it's a design industry where people come up with ideas and games, and our games are being stagnant. And they're stagnant because the same type of people are making the same type of games over and over and over. How do you correct that? You bring in new ideas from
Elizabeth Hargrave,
that's the name, Hargrave. Elizabeth
artist Ana Maria Martinez Jaramillo,
Very nice.
Natalia Rojas, and Beth Sobel.
So
are you
So
saying
all female.
So are you saying that?
All the artists are female.
Are you saying that you've never seen a board game made by all female cast?
not that I can recall.
Or if it has been, not that one that has received this sort of fame.
Right.
So do you think that's the reason why you have your paper?
What paper?
The manual.
The manual is being so nice because a woman designed it.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, have you ever seen paper like that on a board game?
Not personally.
There you go.
I think that's my point. I think that because you have different people from different types of background designing games, you're going to get new ideas. You're going to get ideas done differently. You're going to get new themes. And that is why I think the game is important, because there is not a designer out there that has effectively designed a bird game that utilizes these mechanics in a very fluid way. I think Wingspan is a good family game. We played it with a 9-year-old that nearly beat us.
Shout out to Finn.
Shout out to Finn.
Finn set me up nice, even though I didn't follow through on it. Very good job.
So,
would you say that perhaps the reason why, I was just thinking about this as you were talking, the reason why they had those mechanics that kind of lengthened the game out is because really we started moving our pieces ahead of time. Like we all knew what we were going to do, and we just started rolling.
impatient.
We were just going.
And that may have caused it to have some problems, but I think that is why the game itself is it's an excellent family game.
Excellent.
I don't think that it's something that I particularly need in my collection, but as my kids get older, I may purchase it just for that sheer fact. I like the little, there's things on the cards. The birds are particularly well done, and there's a little snippet of information about the bird at the bottom, and then it has its wingspan in centimeters because that's the theme of the game, and there's just a lot about it that was very attractive.
She designed another game last year called Tussie Mussy.
And see, I just think it's important that we have games designed by various types of people.
Also artist by Beth Sobel.
I guess her and Beth Sobel have got it figured
They're
out.
a duo.
They're doing it out, knocking it out. But I think that just makes for a nice variety of games. And right now, and this convention is a good example, we are stagnant because we have not played that many great new games.
We haven't played. Okay. Our favorite game so far, again, is Brass. That's that we have played so far. We enjoyed Australia.
By my man Martin Wallace.
By Martin Wallace.
We're going to talk about, preview next week, we're going to talk about Escape Plan and Martin Wallace, Australia.
But as far as Wingspan, halfway through, I was disinterested because I did not know what was going on. But that's just me. When I finally understood what was going on, I enjoyed it slightly. But it's very solo. Other than the forced interaction, like y'all were talking about, you could just do your own thing.
Oh, yeah, it's a multiplayer solo game.
And that was kind of boring because unless you're just waiting on your turn.
Right.
And I had heard that discussed. But as far as the design, it's still excellent design.
How many times do you want to keep?
Every time. You said last podcast, run into the ground.
You just follow direction.
Okay.
So thematically and pretty much how it's designed is really what makes it such a wonderful game. That's pretty much what you're concluding.
Beautiful.
It's a beautiful
well
game.
designed.
I will give it is a beautiful game.
I love the little eggs.
Yes, that's wonderful.
They are nice.
And that's cute. And people like it. A woman came by, was at another table, and she says, "Are you playing Wingspan?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am." "Wait till you get to the eggs. This is the eggs. You could make eggs." And I think that it's one of those innate things that we like about birds.
Yeah.
So, what do you call a bird lover?
A ornithologist?
Ornithologist?
That's a person who studies birds.
Oh.
Who's just the term for it?
An aviator.
Bird watcher?
You're building an aviary. You're being an aviator. You hop on one and you love them. So you hop on a big one and fly it.
So Wingspan is overhyped. I don't think anybody needs to run out.
What would a saddle be called that you put on a bird?
A saddle?
Bird saddle?
I mean, a saddle.
I need a bird saddle.
I don't know what
for
type
any
of
beast,
tag.
still called a saddle.
Where can you buy a bird saddle?
Why would you? You're not going to ride a bird.
You don't know.
You can ride an ostrich.
You can't
Well,
ride an
ostrich.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
no.
You can't ride an ostrich.
You can't ride an
I
ostrich.
would that ostrich real quick. I'd be growing at 45 miles an hour
Can
with
you
that
yoke an
ostrich.
ostrich? Wow. Moving
ostrich
on.
can run 40.
We really need to move
Not
on.
with you on it.
You don't know. I would support it with my own feet, tapping my feet on the ground every now and then.
But that means
And that ostrich would be tearing it up with me.
Okay.
And I would have my feet supporting him.
Final verdict.
I'm finding a bird saddle tomorrow.
Wingspan is a good family game. Don't believe the hype. Don't have to chase it down. It's nice.
Don't pay $80 for it.
Please don't.
But I will say this just as a caveat.
And it's going to win the Kennerspiel.
Yeah, since
If it doesn't, it'll be.
It should.
would you say that for the 9-year-old and for people in that age group, that is a wonderful,
Excellent
absolutely
game.
beautiful game.
Excellent.
And they will go, you have to play it all day long. So I would say that if you have a family full of kids who you want to get interested in board games, then it is a must buy.
I'm probably going to wait a few years and buy it for my kid.
That would make sense.
Nice save, Bubba.
I try to.
The next game we played was something that I've wanted to play for a long time. Container.
Yes.
The anniversary edition with the overdone
The big boats.
big boats.
That you can kill somebody with.
ships.
Yes,
ships.
the ships.
Ships, not
Went from
boats.
sheep
Ships.
to ships.
Yeah.
The only reason I even know of Container is because of Shut Up and Sit Down's review.
Who?
You like Shut Up and Sit Down.
I'm wearing a shirt that says "Shut Up and Sit
Okay,
Down."
well then why are you acting like you don't know them?
I love
It's funny.
Quinn.
Is it?
Enrique, go back to bed. Go back to bed.
Enrique, why are you so cranky, Enrique?
He ate all the Twix.
We got too much sleep.
Where are your
What?
chicken nuggets at?
Hey, what about Arnold Schwarzenegger getting kicked in the back?
What does that have to do with
What about that?
I didn't know you got kicked in the back.
Cause somebody
Whoa.
come up and just keelhauled him in
What
the
I
back.
don't understand.
Like
when I watched
flying double kick.
Mike made me watch that video, and so the guy kicks Arnold Schwarzenegger in the back, and then says, "Help me! I need a Lamborghini. I need a
just screaming
Lamborghini."
it.
That guy. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
I've been kicked in the back.
No, here's the thing. That guy missed a golden opportunity. When he kicked Arnold Schwarzenegger in the back, he should have yelled, "I'll be back." I should have walked away.
Yes. My back.
That's terrible.
Instead of "I'll be back," it's "Ow, my back."
Get well, Arnold. We're sorry.
But he was like, bam, got right back up.
He shook
Yeah.
it off.
How old is Arnold? Was he at an airport? 72. No, he was at a.
I was just sitting
I
there
got
doing
kids thing.
autographs
Yeah.
and signing papers. Suddenly, I'm on the ground. I thought it was just people like shoving in on
Jostling
me.
me.
I was jostled. I get jostled a lot, and I go to the ground. It was no big deal.
All I see is a kid jump roping.
No,
You're on the
minute.
wrong YouTube channel. You're on the wrong YouTube.
He's on.
I will point him out to
Give
you.
him a moment.
It's 2.2 million.
No, you got
There's
it.
too
You got
many
it.
people
Just wait for
tuned
it.
in to watch.
Wait for it.
Watch. Yes, he's sneaking
Can I
up on
point
me.
some-
Oh! I'm down. I'm down. Everybody get down.
Get down. Where's my chopper?
My job, I
Got to get to the chopper.
I mean, what's the motivation behind the kid?
I think
I
He
tell
needed
you,
help
he's a little
with his
punk.
Lamborghini.
He did what?
He needed help to get a Lamborghini. He says it in the video.
What
And so he kicked it?
I need
He kicked
help getting this podcast
Go ahead.
back on track.
Go ahead. I just had to watch
I don't
that.
know.
no, it's on track.
Arnold, you may leave now.
Thank you. It's hard when
I'll
there's
be back.
it's hard when there's two of you now. When there's Mike
And
involved.
we're twins. Danny DeVito.
That was a great movie. I don't care what anybody says.
Hold on. Nope.
You didn't like Twins with
No,
Danny
I
DeVito?
liked it, but I hate the implied one of us has got to be Danny DeVito.
That's you, obviously.
Why has it got to be me?
The head.
I'm stronger than he
The
is.
head.
Are you sure?
The head.
I am very sure.
The
We'll
head.
have to do an arm wrestling
All right.
contest.
All right, container. Container.
Contain yourself, please. In Container, you are a company that
Global company.
a global company. And there's actually kind of like three parts to this game. The first part is that you're buying factories and producing certain colors of containers, one of different, like 5 different colors. So you have that on your player board where you yourself are producing containers and you're setting the prices. And of course, you can only have so many spaces, so many containers. People then, on their turn, can
closes his eyes.
buy containers from you and then move it to their warehouses to be shipped. They then
He's in his happy place.
They then set the prices for those containers along their little coastal area. And then other people, another person can come in, bring their ship in and purchase those containers and then take them out to this island where they are auctioned. This game didn't seem that interesting when we first went over the what is that? Is that McKellen?
Oh, I didn't mean to distract
You
you.
don't need it.
I didn't mean to distract you.
The auctions take place and they're secret auctions. Everybody puts a certain amount of money down, then it's revealed the highest one gets it. And the idea is that you are given a card at the beginning of the game that says, out of the 5 different colors of containers, what they are worth to you, what you will score in victory points for them, or money actually, because money's victory points. So the black containers could be worth 10 apiece to you. The gray containers could be worth 5, and so forth and so on. This game has a very interesting mechanic, much like in High Society, where the container that you have the most of,
you lose
it. There's also one type of container that is worth very little to you, but if you get one of each color, it then becomes worth way more. And so it's this neat little puzzle that you're trying to buy through an auction, the various containers that you need, get a lot of the one that you want to get rid of, a lot of the cheapest one, so you can discard it and get the higher priced ones. The thing is everybody at the table is trying to figure out what is the containers you need and price them appropriately. The rule that wrecks the game is that you can't bring your ship into your port and buy your stuff and auction it.
I was
that ruined me.
My mind broke on the first one because I needed black containers. My first machine produced black containers. Therefore, literally, you can't do anything to help yourself other than buy at the auction. If I produce black containers, even though I need them, all I can do is put them up for sale for somebody else to purchase, then somebody else to sail in and buy, take to auction, and then me hope I win the auction that has those black containers. It's like a 4-step process to get what I need.
And that's very hard.
It is very hard. But the thing is, if you're producing these things, they're eventually going to, let's say I produce the black crates that you need. Jerry comes in, buys them from me. They end up in his port. You come over, you come and buy them from his port, and then you sell them to the middle market area. Now you have the option after the auction to do what? To just reject everything.
Yes.
If you have the money for it.
If you have the money for it.
The person who puts the items up for auction, whatever the highest bid is, they can reject that bid, pay that bid to the bank, and then take them. The thing is about container, the only way I was trying to think of an analogy. Playing container is like getting up in the morning and thinking, I want an omelet, and you drive to a farm, buy a chicken, wait for it to lay a couple eggs, and then try to make the omelet.
And then hope Mike cooks it for you.
And then that's exactly what it is.
I was about to say,
you have to. So my biggest container that was worth the most to me was the purple containers, which I produced. I could not get those sold for the life of me. And when they would get sold, they would get put on other container ships and taken to auction with other valuable stuff, and other people would thus buy them before I could get them. I spent the entire game trying to track down one brown container that I needed for my set collection. And it took to the very last move of the game and cost me way more money than what I was willing to commit to.
Yes, it did.
And ended up costing.
Me the game.
Yes,
but you paid it.
But I paid it.
You had to.
You gave over $100 to Bubba.
No, he gave me $50-something, and then I was subsidized for the rest.
That's another rule in the game that is that's a very interesting rule. The person who
accepts the option,
who accepts the auction, gets subsidized the equal amount of the highest bid. So if I give you $50 for those containers, they then get another $50 from the bank. So you're doubling the money. So they are raking the money in,
which is how you win the game.
So this game is not for everybody. I do not think that you should buy the massive anniversary edition because it's super expensive.
But it's very nice.
But it is very nice.
I love moving those big chunky boats around.
You could kill somebody with those boats.
You've said that twice.
You can. You could stab them and turn it in their gut, and still some would be hanging out.
Dark.
That's for component review.
Very descriptive. Take that out. That was very
some places do component drops. We do components.
May I slay a man with this?
Can I kill a guy?
Can I kill somebody with this?
That was a little dark.
Does it have the substance to be slaying with?
Slaying.
Who won that game?
Somebody did. Was it Gaby?
Probably.
I
think I did.
No, I think that was me.
No.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Bubba.
so.
I'm telling you, because Jerry.
No,
because that last bid.
There you go.
That last bid.
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember.
Okay, can we talk about who has won most of the games here?
Well, I'm assuming it's you, right?
No.
Who?
Me.
Our newest attendee.
Who? Chris?
No.
I love Chris.
Chris is awesome. Chris
is like Chris.
Okay, Chris, I'm going to tell you this. I know you're listening.
Chris
Maybe your
is
son.
like Chris is like.
I'm going to tell you, if you live near,
a more handsome Will Wheaton.
if you lived,
Sexy Will Wheaton.
if you lived closer, Jerry
Chris-
would be your best friend. Because
Chris,
Jerry's
we have
like,
not gauged you
he's-
sexually,
he
by the
keeps
way.
going- What?
He said he was a sexy whatever. I did not do that, Chris. You are a good guy.
Jerry.
And
Jerry
we appreciate
gauged you several
but
times
I am
sexually.
not going to call you sexy. I will call you handsome as a man
He's a
from a
handsome
man.
man.
I didn't say
There
that.
you go.
Mike said
But I'm not saying
He's
sexy.
got nicely coiffed hair.
Yes.
He's
Well, the
tall.
fact that he has hair, I mean, God, let's be real.
Having hair, that's +2.
Obviously
That's
intelligent.
doing charisma.
Charisma.
So, Chris, we didn't include you in that, but we
Yeah.
include you in that by extension.
Yeah, I would be
Hope you get
booted
well
out, and
fed.
Chris would be in if you lived closer.
Well, Chris understands my frustration with trying to teach anybody any rules.
Hey,
Poor man.
he taught escape plan without being mean.
But
That's
you-
something you
but
need
you
to
know
learn
what I
from.
noticed?
He was on the edge.
You know what I
He was on the edge.
Let's talk about this right now.
Go ahead.
Don't you brought
Go
this
ahead.
Up. I noticed, and I'm not saying this to bring this up or to be offensive, but I'm just saying that I noticed that when I speak, nobody pays any attention. Chris starts talking and everybody starts paying attention.
We love
starts
Chris.
taking a look. I'm
Oh,
just
hold on.
No.
Jerry's jealous.
Oh, you
Oh,
You want
Jerry.
to talk about treating people differently? I asked the same question Mike asked, and you trashed me to the ground. And Mike, you're like, "Oh yeah, sure, Mike,
No,
whatever." Let
I
me
got one
re-explain
of Jerry's looks. I asked Jerry a question. Hold on. What game were we playing?
Brass. No, it was Australia.
Australia. I asked Jerry a question. Jerry didn't even answer the question. He looked up at me and then looked back down and went back in.
Okay.
He didn't
See,
even
this is
answer
the
the
thing.
question.
I'm going to get into this because Bubba will miss a very important rule in games, completely blowing the game. Jerry says nothing to Bubba. I simply asked Jerry to restate a rule, and he's oh, you idiot! Have you not been listening to me? I'm like, can you not just say, oh, sure, let me restate that for you? Is it a comfort level? What is it? What is it with me?
Here it is. Here
I
it
need
is.
to know.
Here's the deal. Whenever I teach you an Enrique game, and this is an issue in board gaming, when someone's teaching a game, I am paying rapt attention to them.
Raptor attention.
When I'm teaching a game to you, and I'll group Enrique into it. Enrique is mesmerized by the reference material, the box, or the light that's flickering in the corner. And half the time, everything that I say, Gaby is making a pun about it. I know that might be hard for the listeners to understand, but you realize I suffer from PTSD. Every phrase I say is responded to in pun by a man.
What?
Yes. And so then when I bring up and say,
You pun a lot.
you pun a lot.
I'm a pun guy.
And I say, then later I say, this is important. You need to listen to this. And then literally 5 minutes later, Gaby's like, I don't understand. What's this game again?
It's okay, but so then you don't have to just lose it.
I lose it
Just
because
simply restate it.
I lose it because it's years of of inattentiveness.
Oh,
When are you going?
whatever.
But some guy shows up with
No.
coiffed hair, as you like to
Chris.
say, and the next thing I know,
Tall,
teach us.
Tall, blonde, and sandy-haired and handsome.
Oh yeah.
And I listen to
will
Chris.
say this: he did teach our review of Escape Plan. We'll do next episode, but he did an exceptional job teaching Escape Plan.
Not to interrupt, but are we going to talk about imperialism?
The game? What are we talking about? It's like,
You mean Imperial 2030?
I mean, no, I'm talking about the concept. I'm talking about the game. 2030.
Maybe we discussed imperialism?
No, we went
Well,
from
I'm not
griping
familiar.
to the political
I don't
discussion.
like that you connected my griping with Imperial.
I mean, he did. He just connected that together.
Hold on. Was that another pun or?
Maybe
No, that was not fun. No.
Maybe discuss tyranny?
For a second. Container. I don't know if I'd buy it. I put it up there with.
Are we wrapping this up?
I'm wrapping that portion up. I really like it in connection with. Remember Ponzi Scheme? Ponzi Scheme's a very odd. Investment game. This is a very, very odd puzzle to put together. I think everybody needs to play Container.
It's a
at least
brain
once.
burner. Of all auction games, I think this is the most brain burner because of how little you are in control of whatever you can
It went
do.
a little too long.
The thing is, you spend the first third of the game thinking you're in complete control.
What am I doing?
And then you realize, oh, yeah, I ain't got nothing.
Now, I would like to spend,
And play with a lot of people.
play with a lot of people. I'd like to spend just the last few moments talking about Imperial 2030. Gaby wasn't there. Gaby got a headache and had to go back up to the room.
I was feeling bad.
Okay. So he went up to the room and we played with Chris
We did.
Chris.
and Enrique and Mike and Bubba and I played Imperial 2030.
They played at me.
We did.
We have a podcast already on Imperial 2030. We love Imperial 2030.
Oh, okay.
Good game.
This brought Imperial 2030 up in my book. I don't think I've ever played it with a full 5 people.
Yeah, we have.
Have we?
Yes.
I couldn't remember. It was a full 5 people that knew how to play the game effectively.
Well, that's different, yes.
That was different.
I'm going to correct.
We still haven't done that.
We've only
Enrique.
played 4. We've only played 4.
Okay. It was great. Imperial 2030 is I described it as a Eurogamer's Ameritrash game. Picture of the globe, armies out there. You don't get to necessarily control the armies. You are just investing in one of the 6 superpowers that there are. And you might have controlling shares, and then you can move those armies around to spread their influence and thus make more money off them. So it could have easily been themed as a companies, but rather it's themed as governments and armies. Bubba did exceptionally well in it.
Chris did better.
Chris did better.
Just a little bit.
But in his defense, since he's not here, he really did he went from like not that great to awesome and amazing when we went to the trifecta of evil that we I
don't
got
like
together.
the fact that you refer to me and Chris and yourself as the trifecta of evil.
Yeah, we're not good. We didn't. We
sounds
beat
accurate.
them down.
I think we were the coalition of friends.
Friends? You
Yes.
want to call that? Okay.
This is the coalition of
Okay.
friends.
We'll take
cough.
that. The cough.
And it went great.
It did.
And
I wasn't there. I don't know.
Michael doesn't say anything.
I was
because
watching
he got
Transformers and
disappointed.
Revenge of the Fallen.
Here's the thing.
up in the room.
I made a bad decision early on.
but
I lied myself with Enrique.
yes.
Oh, good
Enrique got
Lord.
bought out. And
Wait, did you just say you allied yourself with Enrique?
Yes, he
It
did.
went poorly. I know.
It didn't go poorly, Enrique.
Okay.
You left the game.
You didn't.
You played
You didn't ally.
on your phone for the next hour.
Okay, so Enrique, if you're going to join into the podcast,
Stand
at
for
least
the mic.
lean into a mic,
Enrique-
not just voice your voice up towards the ceiling.
Enrique's literally laying in bed just yelling in our direction.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
So Enrique,
too.
once Mike allied with you, what did you encourage him to do?
Be honest.
Well,
He basically just gave up.
I kind of influenced him to make an alliance with me, and then just say we're taking out China.
Which was
Bubba?
Which was me,
superpower
by
at
the way.
time, which
Yes.
I was also heavily invested in.
Yes,
which
Mike,
I
he
was
was.
also allied with Enrique
And me.
Mike at
That's
the
true
time.
as well.
And so when they attacked China, I had to pull
You were
out
out.
my
No,
influence.
hold
Okay.
on. No.
Okay.
We had not attacked anybody at that
They
point.
had not yet. No.
This Joker comes over there
I
And-
felt
and-
threatened.
and
Okay,
pokes America
Felt
in the eye,
America.
felt
and-
threatened.
yeah.
okay?
gets
Felt
destroyed,
threatened.
Yeah.
and leaves me with
You're
India.
going to awake a sleeping giant.
You bought
Everybody
India.
knows
You brought-
if you're
you bought
playing
India.
a game that is
You got that, don't you,
confrontational
Bubba?
with me,
India.
I take
You got that,
I
don't you?
bought
no
India.
prisoners.
Yes, you did.
I take no prisoners. I bring the blood.
I got your World War reference, by the way, and
Appreciate
yes, Jerry is correct. Jerry did do some sabotorial things.
Yes.
That's not even a word, but
That's
I'm sure
up
he
to
did
me.
it. And yet we conquered.
Backstabbing.
We conquered.
Boom.
For what I was working with, I didn't do too terrible.
You came in dead last.
No. Enrique came in dead.
By proxy.
Yeah, you know I did.
I think
You
Imperial
know.
2030, it's the only thing I don't like about it. One, it's too long. And it's also not very intuitive. It's something that you really have to, it's so different. And I think that out of
It's
the,
got a lot of mechanisms in it.
That
It's got
don't
the rondelle.
make a lot of sense.
It's got like investing.
Yes,
It's got
it's-
battle.
it's
It's a very
weird.
weird game.
Taxation.
Weird.
Well,
Good.
taxation. I think the battle is
And representation.
The battle is not really battling. It's just
I
you want
think,
to.
on me.
that game legitimately, without the battling in it at all, would be almost the same game.
Yeah, same
it is,
game.
it's just about it's
Yeah,
just
I
a
don't think
mechanism
that's
of
it.
investing and getting
I
more
will
money.
say that. I think an aspect of what made the game so good is that Chris was at the helm taking care of all the money
and
stuff,
hey, it was
and he did that.
He was
very
just
smoothly.
chilling in Brazil.
He was.
Maybe I read
So
the
shout out,
book.
Chris.
Never knew the game. Just sat and read the book. Knew how to play when y'all
I
sat
will
down.
say
Yeah.
that I will miss not being around Chris because he is certainly a different quality of board gamer than I'm used to. I don't mean that in offense. I'm just saying.
I take
We
it in
take offense.
It was refreshing to be around somebody who actually will learn a game.
I learned games.
Wow.
I taught you containers.
Wow,
Hey,
Gaby.
you know what? You know what's refreshing to be around somebody who will finish a game.
Sad.
Guys, if you don't know this, I have to say this before we go. There's 3 things about Jerry that you will not like when playing a board game. 1, he will give you a look sometimes that says, you are an absolute moron. And that will take you, go, I don't think I can play this game right now. It just brings you low. Second thing that Jerry
my
does.
soul every time.
Yes, he does. Second thing that Jerry does, he plays a board game. 1, he is always going to sabotage you, kill you, or make sure that he wins the game.
backstab you.
Or backstab you. The third thing, which is what Michael was referring to, which is so important, is this. When Jerry does not want to play a game, after like the 30 seconds or 2 minutes, whatever the timetable is,
He's very
you
impatient.
absolutely know that we're not going to finish this
That's
game.
after spending 45 minutes to an hour
Yes.
learning how to play the game. And he's like,
6
all right, Bubba's gone. Let's I'm done with this.
I know when a game is good. I know when it's going down. I know I'm not going to waste my time. My time is precious. Speaking of
It's a
time,
superpower. Let's
it's
go.
7 o'clock. We got to get down.
Let's
to
roll.
down to the library.
All right.
Peace.
Well,
Next
it's been
week,
fun, everybody. Next week, you're going to discuss Escape
Escape Plan.
Escape
by
Plan.
Serta,
and
Australia by Martin Wallace,
Australia.
and
Oz.
whatever else that me and Bubba play while you're gone. That's right.
Until next week, I'm Gaby,
This is Jerry.
Bubba,
Hey,
Mike,
what's up, guys?
and Enrique.
Bye, guys.